stairs, and there was one in Sandry, and it went into the house next door, and we had the lady who lived there, she was Mrs. Clark. Her two sons one was in the Navy and the other was in the Army, and Mum and Dad had brought her in to our house, went into Bendry, went into hers, and my dad had to go in and put it out. We were evacuated out then to my uncle's farm out between Dundonald and Cumber to stay out there. So we went in for the next one. The farmhouses, there were two adjoining farmhouses. We were in my uncle's, and his mother, who we called Granny Watson, was in the other. And she had her cousin from Cliftonville Road staying with her. And I had been out this evening with a boyfriend, and we were sitting in his car when my aunt thought it was time I was in, and she went and took the gong from the hall table and went out and rang it. Well now, the old ladies were in bed when they heard this gong, and they thought it was a warning for them to put on their gas mask. Well, they put their gas masks on, and after a spell, one of them turned around to Maggie, I think I would rather be smothered. I think I'd rather be smothered in gas, and they took their gas masks off.
Brilliant. And how did you like living on the farm for a wee while?
Well, it was quite difficult because, you see, I had to get from there into Belfast, into the office, and there was only one way: either walk to Man's Corner to Gilnahirk, or get a bus coming from Cumber into Belfast. So we had to arrange that to transport us.
And then you mentioned you were allowed to go to some dances. Where were the dances you would have went to?
Andrew's Memorial Hall, Young Farmers.
That would have been a good night out for you.
Oh yes. Sometimes we'd have gone down on the train, and then you'd book the taxi to bring you home.
And then did they have a live band?
It was a local chap. What's this you called him? It was Gray. I'm trying to remember what his first name was. And he lived in Earlswood Road too. And he played, and maybe with three others. And he was the local man. I can't remember his Christian name, but his surname was Gray, Tryy.